How did Queen Elizabeth gain $550 million? Queen Elizabeth is a royal figure known across the globe, especially marked for the unforeseen feats of being the longest reigning British monarch. During her 70 years of monarchy, she had collected immense wealth, and after the recent demise of this 96-year-old British queen, Prince Charles will inherit the humongous amount of $550 million, equivalent to more than 430 million British pound. Have you ever wondered about the source of income for these royal personalities and how they managed to gain a vast deal of riches? If yes, then we have the answer you are looking for. Welcome to our YouTube channel, and in today's video we will undergo a thorough research on how she acquired such a gigantic wealth and what her sources of income were, so let's get into the topic without any further delay. Since the UK is an independent and democratic country at present, and the monarchy is only institutional without any sovereign power, it's quite interesting how the British monarchy is still managing to lead a lavish lifestyle and meeting sky-high expenses. In fact, there are three key factors behind the monetary gains of the royal families, which have also been the cause behind Queen Elizabeth's huge wealth. The first and foremost among these factors is the sovereign grant. It refers to a certain share of tax paid by UK citizens for the maintenance and expenses of the royal family along with royal properties. It amounts up to 65% of the tax paid per head per annum. This whole system began in 1760 when King George III agreed in a mutual consent with the British Parliament that he will surrender his income from the royal estates and properties to the government, who will be responsible for the maintenance of those. In return, the government will provide a fixed payment on an annual basis to him for the public and private expenses due to his own and other members of the royal family. This was known as the Civil List, which continued till 2012, and after that, the current provision of sovereign grant has substituted that custom. This is a more balanced and organized settlement because the Civil List allowances depended upon the reigning period, but the sovereign grant is a fixed monetary grant. The amount was set up to 86 million British pounds, equivalent to more than $104 million in the years 2021 and 2022. This had been the most secure and consistent source of income for Queen Elizabeth, who used to manage her official expenses with it. One thing is also noteworthy that properties such as the Crown Estate, certain royal residences, and crown jewels don't come under her personal asset because she was not entitled to sell them. All these properties keep passing on through ages from one successor to another. According to a report, almost 70% of this sovereign grant is spent on paying salaries for staff and employees related to the royal residences and other similar places. This grant also includes grants and aid for royal travels and information and communication. The second source of Queen Elizabeth's riches was the Privy Purse. This is a historical term associated with the income generated from the Duchy of Lancaster. This is also a very famous and vintage royal property other than the Crown Estate, along with the Buckingham Palace, and it is administered separately from the Crown Estate of $19.5 billion valuation. The net worth of the duchy is nearly $748 million, and the revenue generated from it went to Queen Elizabeth. It allowed her to meet all those expenses which were not allocated by the sovereign grant. Since this income was her public as well as private one, she managed the expenses of other members of the royal family with it. Thirdly, and last but not the least, Queen's personal income was generated from her investment portfolio and the personal real estates and assets owned by her. The possession of the royal residences, the Balmoral Palace and the Sandringham Palace, belonged to Queen Elizabeth, and the income generated from them, as well as the valuation of the whole land, estates, and assets can be used by the Queen for her private expenditure. She inherited these two palaces from her father, King George VI. Her personal investment portfolio, diversified and a bit inflation-resistant, includes UK bonds, art collection, UK equities, properties, and sterling bills. Except for the last one, which is in cash, all other assets are either concrete estates or virtual money. The greatest benefit reaped by the Queen over the long 6 decades of her monarchy is gold and diamond jewelry, which is counted under her personal property. However, the royal housing property has been less performing because of the high maintenance costs and lower rental income. Another very significant source of her income is royal art collection, which has been equally profitable, if not more, than stocks and shares. All these objects and properties under her possession had been generating a good amount of wealth for her, amounting to nearly 300 million British pounds according to some reports. So, which of these top 3 income sources of Queen Elizabeth impressed you the most? Have you ever heard of all these wealth sources and royal allowances before? Kindly let us know by commenting down below. Like and share this video with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from us. Stay tuned for more interesting videos coming right away. Thank you for your love and support, guys. See you in the next video. Goodbye.